All right, 13.4 is all about coordinate trig. Let's start off with a little warm-up. What I want you to do is draw a right triangle. And let's say that this side is 6 and this is 7. And this angle here is theta. I want you to find the 6 trig ratios. So, hook that up. If you need a boost, here's your boost. What I'm talking about is sine theta, cosine theta, tangent theta, and then the other 3. Go ahead and press pause and give those a shot. All right. So, first thing you should have done was run Pythagorean theorem on this. And long story short, pretty sure you get the square root of 13. So that means that sine of theta would be, sine is opposite divided by hypotenuse. So it would be root 13 divided by 7. Cosine would be 6/7. And tangent would be root 13 divided by 6. Opposite divided by adjacent. Then that brings us to the other ones. What goes with sine? Cosecant. And we got secant. And we got tangent would cotangent of theta. Secant's the easiest one. Check it. The reciprocal of 6/7 would be 7/6. But sine would be 7 divided by root 13, which reduces to 7 root 13 divided by 13. And cotangent would be 6 divided by root 13, which is 6 root 13 divided by 13. So those are the 6 trig ratios. All right, so that's kind of a warm-up. We've done that. What we're going to do now is apply that to the coordinate plane. And here's what we're going to do. We're going to use the given point on the terminal side of an angle and evaluates the 6 trig functions. What are you talking about, Smith? I'll give you a minute to catch that up. Here's what's up. If I give you the point 512, well, where's the point 512? Well, if we were to graph this, 512 would be on a coordinate plane. Yikes, that's the worst line ever. Nothing fancy, just something like that. 512 would be 5 over, 12 up here. And here's the terminal ray. Right there. Now, from that point, we're going to drop an altitude like it's hot. Right? You drop an altitude, this makes it a right triangle. Now, what do we know about this right triangle? Well, if this is the point 512, that means it went 5 this way, and it went 12 up, which means that this is 5, and this is 12. But we got a right triangle here. What we could do is find the third side. Now, you could run Pythagorean theorem, but if you remember any of your Pythagorean triples, you should remember 5, 12. This side here is going to be 13. Now, theta is always going to be the reference angle. So the angle made with the terminal side and the positive x-axis. All right? So here's the thing. By plotting this point and dropping an altitude, we made a right triangle. And now we do just what we did before. Figure out what sine theta, cosine theta, and tangent of theta. Let's skip some lines this time. Make it so it's not so dense. So the sine of theta would be opposite hypotenuse, so 12 divided by 13. Cosine would be adjacent divided by the hypotenuse, 5/13. Tangent is opposite divided by adjacent, 12/5. Then once you got that, go with the reciprocal functions. Cosecant is 13 divided by 12. Secant is 13/5, and cotangent is 5/12. There we go. That's it. That's what's up. The only thing that you got to be careful of, if it's in a different quadrant, you got to watch your signs. For example, if we did the point -7, -4. Well, you plot that point. That's going to be in quadrant 3. -7, -4 is right there. Drop your altitude. This is right. Now, because we went -7 this way and -4 down, and our angle theta is our reference, so this is theta. We still run Pythagorean theorem. So plot your calculator, get in 16 plus 49 is 65. The square root of 65, lucky for us, is root 65. Can't be simplified at all. But that's the third side. So now we run our 6 functions. Sine, cosine, and tangent. But sine is going to be opposite divided by the hypotenuse. So it's going to be -4 divided by root 65. We're going to include, even though triangles technically are not supposed to have negative sides, this isn't really a triangle per se. It's more of a position on the coordinate plane. So this is -7. It's not a distance, it's a position. Same here. So cosine is going to be -7 divided by root 65. Oh, I'm sorry. I just heard you. Right, we have to fix this. So this is going to be -4 root 65 divided by root 65. Same thing here, right? -7 root 65 divided by 65. And tangent is opposite divided by adjacent, so that is -4 divided by -7. But what is negative divided by negative? Negative divided by negative is +4/7. All right, then go and find your reciprocal functions. Your reciprocal functions, cosecant is -root 65 divided by 4. I like to flip the original one because then I don't gotta re-reduce. Oh my goodness. You guys gotta speak up when I do this. It was 4 root 65 divided by 65, not root 65. My bad, y'all. Anyways, secant theta is -7 divided by, oh my goodness, root 65 divided by 7. And tangent, or cotangent, is going to be, now I would flip this one that was positive, so it'll be 7/4. So, that's a little bit about coordinate trig. Smith out!